how to manage acne with PCOS?
ये जो क्वेश्चन है ये सबसे ज़्यादा लोग पूछते हैं और कॉमनली मैं सबसे ज़्यादा इसको आंसर भी कर रही होती हूँ।
क्या PCOS fully reversible है?
मैं कहूँगी yes.
I don't understand what actually non-comedogenic is because I see it on product labels, but what is it actually?
Comedones are nothing but blocked oil glands. It's the medical name for blocked oil glands.
Welcome back to Clinically Approved. I am Riya Gandhi, and today we're talking about PCOS and how it affects the skin and hair. Stubborn acne, facial hair growth, hair fall, and sometimes weight gain that might even sometimes affect your confidence. So today, Dr. Sarkar is here. With over 15 years of experience in hormonal skin concerns. Dr. Sarkar, thank you for being here.
I'm glad to be here.
Alright, so let's begin. Before we do get into solutions, I want to make sure everyone understands what PCOS actually is.
PCOS stands for Polycystic Ovarian Syndrome, and as the name suggests, it is caused due to tiny cysts on the surface of the ovary which secrete hormones that mimic the male hormone testosterone. Now, ovaries are exclusive to a woman's body, and when this male hormone becomes more than the female hormones, which is the estrogens, they start exhibiting symptoms of male pattern, which is excessive facial hair growth, increased weight gain in the central body area, very oily, sebaceous skin prone to acne. So all these features get translated into a woman who starts exhibiting more masculine features.
So why does PCOS increase facial hair? Like upper lips, chin, sometimes side locks also. Why does that happen?
Normally, the facial hair in men is because of testosterone. And since PCOS causes an imbalance between the male and the female hormone, leading to a dominance of the male hormone. So a girl will notice excessive hair growth in the typically male areas, which is a beard or a mustache or the midriff or the chest. And this signifies the effect of the male hormone.
So what are actual medical treatments here for facial hair growth? What are some chemical options or some options that work for PCOS? Apart from waxing or threading?
In today's context, the laser hair reduction of unwanted hair anywhere on the body is the best option. Ideally, one waits till about turning 18 to go in for laser hair reduction. It's a series of treatments that is done at gaps which correlates to the hair cycle for the different parts of the body. So laser is very safe, most effective, and it gives you a permanent reduction in the number of hair follicles, reducing about 70 to 80%.
Yes, doctor, that's a great point. Now we've talked about unwanted facial hair. What about hair fall? Because this is one of the most distressing problems with PCOS. You're dealing with excess hair growth on your face, but losing out where you actually want it. Why does that happen? What's the connection between PCOS, hair thinning, and hair loss?
This is very ironical, and which is why it is also known as the male pattern thinning. You might have heard about male pattern hair loss or male pattern thinning. So basically, the culprit here is a testosterone metabolite known as DHT, which directly weakens the hair follicles. And the same effect can be seen in women suffering from PCOS, that the hair follicles become weakened by the DHT, which is caused by the excessive androgens coming from the ovaries, and this leads to a uniform thinning or the individual hairs becoming thinner than usual and more hair fall.
So with PCOS management, like weight issues and lifestyle changes, if a person is able to curb all these issues, then is it reversible hair fall and hair thinning?
If this step is taken in time, the hair follicles can be prevented from being subject to excess DHT, which of course would need to be treated with maybe a great lifestyle change. So what a lifestyle change does, people are very confused about how a lifestyle impacts the positive effect on PCOS. It's because the lifestyle change includes a good diet, low glycemic index diet, which controls the insulin resistance. It is a diet that is anti-inflammatory, reduces stress on the body, thereby all the hormones are more balanced. And it helps your, with a controlled lifestyle, with a controlled exercise pattern, we tend to lose weight, which also contributes immensely to the hormonal imbalance. It can be sorted.
तो एक बहुत ही controversial question है मेरे पास, क्या PCOS fully reversible है?
मैं कहूँगी yes. डेफिनेटली, बिकॉज सिस्ट्स के लिए भी मेडिकल ट्रीटमेंट्स है जो सिस्ट्स को पूरी तरीके से ख़त्म कर सकता है. एंड अगर हम लाइफस्टाइल की बात करें, हार्मोनल चेंजेस आते ही हैं लाइफस्टाइल इम्बैलेंसेस की वजह से. या तो हम इनकरेक्ट फूड ले रहे हैं, बहुत ज़्यादा कैलोरी रिच, रिफाइंड फ्लावर, शुगर्स, ये अगर बहुत ज़्यादा होता है, आजकल की जनरेशन बहुत ज़्यादा जंक फूड लेती है, इसको हम रिड्यूस करें तो बॉडी में जो इंसुलिन स्पाइक्स होते हैं वो रिड्यूस होता है. बिल्कुल पूरी तरह रिवर्सिबल है. एक ऑप्टिमम फंक्शनिंग हम ले सकते हैं with least amount of triggers.
So talking about lifestyle, gut skin connection होता है एक. तो is it actually a thing or is it actually another wellness trend?
General body health पे तो ये बिल्कुल proven fact है that a balanced healthy diet, जिसको हम कहते हैं anti-inflammatory diet, can definitely help with all the hormonal issues and majorly it shows its effects in a glowing healthy skin.
Now another question, how to manage acne with PCOS?
ये जो क्वेश्चन है ये सबसे ज़्यादा लोग पूछते हैं और कॉमनली मैं सबसे ज़्यादा इसको आंसर भी कर रही होती हूँ. सो एक्ने इज अ डायरेक्ट फॉल आउट ऑफ PCOS. PCOS में जैसे ही हमारे मेल हार्मोन्स की बैलेंस ऊपर हो रही है, डोमिनेंस हो रही है, इट डायरेक्टली स्टिमुलेट्स द ऑयल ग्लैंड्स. ऑयल ग्लैंड्स को बहुत ज़्यादा हाइपर एक्टिव कर रही है एंड व्हिच रिजल्ट्स इन इंक्रीज्ड सीबम, increased clogged pores, and with the environmental pollution the clogged pores turn to acne. Because जो organism, जो बैक्टीरिया acne cause करती है वो ऑलरेडी हमारे स्किन पे होती है. उनको सिर्फ थोड़ा सा ट्रिगर चाहिए होता है. Excess oil production also leads in dead skin. वो एक ऑयल combined with dirt एक लेयर ऑफ डेड स्किन बनाती है जिसके अंदर ऑयल ट्रैप्ड हो जाता है, सीबम ट्रैप्ड हो जाता है. This leads to white heads, black heads and full-fledged acne. So the moment आपकी PCOS कंट्रोल में आने लगती है, ये एक्सेस ऑयल प्रोडक्शन भी रुकती है. द पोर्स बिकम अनक्लॉग्ड, यू हैव लेस सीबम. ऑब्वियसली एक ट्रिगर हम मिनिमाइज कर रहे हैं फॉर एक्ने.
So for a person who's suffering from PCOS, could you suggest a skincare routine for them? Which serum to use and what products to use for them?
अगर इसको रूट कॉज को ट्रीट करना चाहे, सो वी कैन यूज अ मिक्स ऑफ फेस वॉशेज विच कंटेन AHA, BHA जो डेड स्किन रिमूव करे, पोर्स को अनक्लॉग करे और थोड़ी सी इसकी सीबम प्रोडक्शन को कंट्रोल करे. सो वी कैन यूज टोनर्स और एस्ट्रिंजेंट्स which keep the skin oil free for a longer period of time, and we can use this after the face washes. Then we directly can use some things like retinoids or antibiotics which are specific to the acne growth. तो जिससे acne की growth को हम subside कर सकते हैं. And then of course hydration. हम एक oil free non-comedogenic moisturizer और similarly oil free non-comedogenic sunscreen use करेंगे. So हमारी acne definitely reduce करेगी.
I don't understand what actually non-comedogenic is because I see it on product labels, but what is it actually?
Yeah, so comedones are nothing but blocked oil glands. It's the medical name for blocked oil glands, and a lot of times a product, especially a moisturizer, which is made with a heavy cream base, it tends to occlude the pores. So वो pores के अंदर जाके फंस जाती है. तो इनको हम कहते हैं comedogenic because they can lead to, they are leading to clogging of pores, but they can also lead to more comedones.
So non-comedogenic you're saying is basically for oily and acne-prone skin?
Basically, absolutely.
All right. I think the most important thing we covered today is that PCOS skin issues aren't just bad skin, they're hormonal. They just need a targeted approach. Don't try to dry out your acne without moisturizing. Don't ignore the gut health connection and be patient with yourself. If you're dealing with PCOS, drop a comment and let me know which is your biggest challenge. We read all of them and your questions help me shape future episodes. Keep it simple, keep it clinically approved. See you in the next one.